yoga has been a popular topic on the Go Paddling channels, so we thought, now the weather is picking up, that we put together a few short videos to help you give it a try. Following on from our SUP Yoga Flows video, we've also put together a few poses that you can do as standalone poses if you wanted to integrate some yoga into your paddle sessions. The poses can be used however you like, to warm up or warm down, to have a little relaxation, a little stretch mid-paddle, or just have a bit of fun as you go. You've got a choice on how you do these. You can either do each pose and stop it for a couple of breaths, or you can focus on a handful of poses and stop in them for 5 to 10 breaths on their own. These one-off poses work really well as mini meditations too, so you could try and sync the movements with your breath. Think about slow, deep breaths in and out, controlled breathing. Don't rush the poses as you go. Go slowly and peacefully and focus on the movements and breathing. For each pose, I'm going to show you and explain to you what I'm doing on land first and then doing on the water demo too, as some of them have a few variations that you could try. If you're trying these, please be mindful of your own limitations and don't try and push yourself into something that isn't comfortable or painful. Listen to what your body's saying and just go to where you feel comfortable going. And if you'd like more information on how to get into SUP yoga and things like what you should wear, where you can go, take a look at the website gopaddling.info. And we've also got some flows on there too if you wanted to do them in a particular sequence. Okay, so the first poses that we're going to do are just tabletop. So you want your hips stacked over your knees, your shoulders stacked over your wrists, in a perfect square almost. And you're rounding up your back, dropping your pelvis slightly forward, and then rounding your back the opposite way. So head goes to the sky, you look up, your belly goes to the floor, and you're just repeating this movement. You can also stay in tabletop and alternate your arms and your legs. If you're not very stable pulling your arms and your legs together, you can just hold them straight out in front of you. You've got 2 options to do there. There will be a slight difference as you do them on the water, just because your balance will be slightly different. Planks. I think most people will have done planks probably as a gym session. You're going from high plank to low plank here, so you want to keep your hips low or lower, so your back is in a neutral position, and then you're just moving onto your forearms and back up again onto your hands. Down dog, you want to start in plank and then move your hips upwards, so you form almost like an upside down V shape. Don't worry about getting your ankles far away from the floor. You just want to stay in that perfect position with your hips upwards. And you can bend your knees, lift your hips upwards. You can pedal out your feet and alternate your feet as well. Just remembering to keep your back neutral and your gaze looking through your knees, unless you're doing the alternating ones, in which case you want to be looking under each shoulder and bending the opposite knee as you do so. These are quite wobbly on the water, so you won't get quite as much movement as you would on the ground. But it's still a great exercise to stretch out your hamstrings. This one just looks like you're falling asleep. You want to put your head to the floor, your bum goes back, and you're just relaxing. You can stack your hands under your head if you want to, or you can put them out in front of you or behind you. The option's yours, whichever feels most comfortable on your shoulders. It's very relaxing with the movement of the board, that one. So for mountain, you basically stood up straight, making sure that your back is in neutral. Then to go into side moon, you just lift your arms and you bend from your waist. So your hips stay square, but you're bending from your waist and stretching your arms out at the same time. You get a nice long stretch down the side of your waist. Again, this one can be quite unstable on the water, so you won't get quite as much movement, so don't aim for quite as much movement, just go to where you feel comfortable going. Then for your chair, so you're starting in mountain, which you did last time, you're raising your hands up, You're dropping your bum back slightly and sitting down almost like you're going to sit in a chair, but keeping your chest up and chest out. Then you can either put your hands above your head, or you can put them by your side or in a prayer-like motion in front of you. Again, whichever feels most comfortable on your shoulders mainly.